Hello all my makeup freaks and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Stephanie. So today I'm going to be doing this kind of sweet peach, kind of spring summer look. This is part of a collab with some other lovelies from a Facebook group called Georgia Beauty something, Georgia. Anyway, it is beauty YouTube people from Georgia, okay? Because I'm from Georgia, if you didn't know. And it is springtime. I love this look. Like, I didn't know how I was going to like the look. I decided I was going to do these colors last night and laid everything out. Didn't really plan like how I was going to do the look, just the colors I was going to use. And I'm like, yes girl, yeah, I like it. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please go check out the other people in the collab because I'm sure they will have awesome videos. But I hope you enjoy, and I will see you soon. Let's get started. I am zoomed in a little. I hope I'm at a good angle. Already moisturized and primed my face. I'm going to start with this NYX concealer, and it is in the green color. I'm trying to see if this has like a special name. It's just green. It is the corrector tone, and I'm honestly not sure like how much of this video that I'm going to talk through, or I may like have, you know, speed it up because I am going to be doing a full face. So here we go. Just going to put a little bit on my cheeks. If you see like where this redness is on my cheeks, that's kind of what I want to cover up. I'm going to put a little bit on my chin, and then just anywhere where I see like a little bit of redness. I think that is good. I try not to put too much of that. I'm just going to use a beauty blender. I did wind up having to put a little bit more on there. I just didn't feel like I got enough the first time. And this is actually like a Real Techniques beauty sponge, not a beauty blender. I like this just as well. And this is damp. So next I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I have the lightest color, which is 110 Porcelain. Just going to pour a little bit on the back of my head and on the back of my hand, not my head. And this is the Dewy finish. Woo, a little bit too much. I wish they would come out with a pump for this. So I'm just going to kind of dot foundation around my face. Now the trick with definitely putting the green concealer under there is you want to get that covered. This foundation I find is really good. Sometimes you have to build it up. It's about, I would say, a good medium foundation. Take it a little bit down your neck just to make sure everything is blended, because sometimes your face and your jaw neck area can be a little bit of a different color. I actually feel like it covered up everything really good. I'm just going to kind of use up the rest on my hand to make sure that green doesn't show back through, just because I like a little bit of extra coverage right here at my cheek area since I am prone to redness right there anyway. And then I also like a little bit right here over my lip, which I have blueness there, and technically an orangey kind of tone concealer would be great there. I just don't have one. I have a vein that runs right where like you would have a mustache, so it kind of looks like I have a mustache all the time. but it's just something that I've kind of gotten used to. But I do like to cover that up, and then I have a blue vein that runs right there, right beside my eye too. It just kind of is pale girl problems. You can see all of our veins. Next up, I'm going to be using this contour and highlight stick from Hard Candy. I do really think this is a great color for fair skin. Just find where your cheekbone is and just kind of chisel out. Make sure you kind of stop where your iris would start. And put a little bit my jawline, and then right here at my forehead. I'm just going to take the end point of my beauty sponge and just blend that out. To be using the NYX concealer in Porcelain. I'm going to put this under my eyes, and I kind of make sure I go up a little bit higher than some people would to kind of try to cover up that blue vein right there too. I'm going to put some on that blue vein down the center of my nose, and then a little on my forehead just to give some light right there. To be using the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 110 Porcelain, kind of set everything, and just super huge powder brush from Icing. I love this thing. It's so amazing, so soft, and nice price. So I just kind of puff, basically just kind of press the powder in. And even though I have dry skin, I always use powder just because I don't want my foundation to transfer. And I also use dewy foundation. I don't put enough powder on to really mattify my face. I don't like that look. It does mattify it a little, but that is kind of why I always look dewy, or like I don't have dry skin on camera, because I always use dewy foundations. And I think dewy foundations really look good in the spring and summer. It kind of makes your skin just appear lighter, I think. Not lighter as in like lighter colored, but just like you don't have like a whole bunch of makeup on. I'm going to be jumping around a little bit and putting a primer on my eyes, but I want to let this set a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild primer. I think it used to be called the Fergie primer. I know they still have it. It's just now they don't call it the Fergie primer, so I'm not positive what it's called. I haven't had to buy any in a minute. I have a bunch of primers in my drawer. I do really like this one. I feel it is a little tacky, so it really keeps your eyeshadow on. But you do need to kind of let it dry. Just going to put this on with my fingers. You can definitely put it on with a brush if you wish. Next, I'm also taking another Wet n Wild product. This is their Color Icon Contouring Palette. And this is actually in caramel toffee. It was when they first released these. I don't think this color is available anymore. I know they have 2 other colors. I find this one to be very suited to like a cool toned fair skinned person. And I feel the ones they have out now are a little bit warmer. So I like this one a lot better. As you can see, I've like, I don't know, can you see that dent right there? I've used quite a bit. When this is gone, I'm going to be sad. I'm not going to do too much contouring. I'm just going to add a little bit to the cheekbone and probably the jaw area. Actually, I lied. I'm going to put some on the forehead too. And it's really just because I wouldn't always cream contour and then put this on, but the hard candy is kind of a lighter contour. It's not a heavy contour. I don't like to heavy contour, so I'm not going to worry too much about having to do both steps. Going to be using a ColourPop blush for my spring look today, and this is in Holiday. It is a matte. So pretty. I will have to say that my favorite way to put on ColourPop blushes is with just a stippling brush. This is the one by MAC. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of product. And can you see it just kind of blends right into your skin. The ColourPop blushes do stay there once you get it blended in. I don't like to put these on with my fingers, which I think is how they recommend. The reason why, I feel like anytime you put your finger on your face with the blush, that it kind of has a fingerprint, even if you work fast. And this way it just buffs right into your skin and just looks natural and pretty. I'm going to put a little bit at my temples. You can definitely skip this step. I just kind of like the way it looks. Moving on to highlight, I'm going to be using Lightscapade from MAC, one of my favorite all-time highlights. I love this one. This one is really nice because I feel like it's beautiful, but it's also kind of subtle. It's not like BAM! In your face highlighting, although sometimes I like BAM in your face highlighting, but it just has like a subtle kind of gleam. So I think it's beautiful. I just like, oh, yes. Yes, highlight, I love you. On my forenoggin, down my nose. I do put a little on the tip of my nose, just a little, just a little. Cupid's bow, and on the chin. Next, I'm going to be taking this NYX pencil in Milk. I definitely need a new pencil soon, and I'm just going to put this down. I need to sharpen the rest of this, and then I'll probably be done, but I'm just going to put this down here. I'm going to take a brush and just smooth that out. I just wanted to put the Milk pencil on my lids because I am going to be using some lighter shades for spring. So I just wanted to have that nice white base to kind of grab those colors and make them pop a little. Now I have 3 palettes that I'm going to be using colors from. You can definitely just kind of find these colors and palettes that you have, so do not feel like you have to run out or, you know, get a certain palette just for a certain color. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Sugar Pop palette. I'm going to be using this limited edition from Lorac. I don't even remember what this is called, the Heartbreaker palette or something. And it looks like that. And then I'm going to be using this Sleek palette, which is the I Divine Showstoppers palette, which looks like that. So my first color that I'm going to be using is this sweet little peach color here. I'm going to be putting that on my lid. I'm just going to be using a flat EcoTools brush. Just going to pack that on my lid. And oh yeah, I can definitely tell a difference that the white pencil really helps this lighter color pop. When you have that down on your lid, next I'm going to be going in with this brownish tan shade and just putting this in my crease, blending out the top of this color. Not going heavy with this color. I don't want a super dark anything going on in this eye. This is just a very just sweet kind of soft look. Alright guys, so I had to change brushes. That brush just wasn't getting the job done. This is a brush from Wet n Wild. I wanted a little bit more pick up and go, I guess, than that brush was having. Even though I want this color to be soft, I still want it to be there, and it just wasn't getting done. So there you go. Sometimes you just gotta put down the brush if it's not working. Now that brush got the stuff done. So definitely just kind of like blowed out that color, blended the top of that little sweet peach color, put a little bit just in the outer corner just because I'm going to like deepen that up a little bit. Next I'm going to be taking the Sleek palette. I'm going to be using this kind of darker peach bordering on going into the orange range color right here. And I just want to show you, like, this is like my brush. Here's one because I already picked this. But this is like just my eyeshadow blending brushes. So I'm like, which one do I want? Which one do I want? So then I'm just going to go with this like fluffy eyeshadow brush from BH Cosmetics at first. Pick up a good amount of product. I'm not sure how pigmented these are. Right into my crease with this color. And then kind of in my outer V area. We're going to play with like where does Stephanie want to go with this eyeshadow? This is kind of where we're, what I'm doing. Like when you don't have looks planned out and you kind of like, what am I going to do? Okay, so I kind of like that. I just have it on kind of the outer third of my lid going up into my crease. Kind of kept it low. I'm kind of going to do something fun underneath my eye. So don't want my eye to be too dramatic. And these are kind of brighter summer, springish colors anyway. So I'm not trying to be super dramatic with them. Just bring that over a little bit more. I think that's pretty. What do y'all think? Then I'm going to grab the Sugar Pop palette and I'm going to use Sweet and Spicy as my highlight. I'm going to blend the top of the other shadows with this brush too. So I have not done my brows. I have not forgot about those little babies. Just going to do them after we get the look done. I can't promise I'm going to do them on camera though, because it is really hard for me to do my brows on camera because I'm like right up in there. I'm like, oof, girl. I don't breathe when I do my brows either. It's kind of odd. Can you breathe and do your brows at the same time? I kind of don't breathe when I do eyeliner either, but that's a little easier. Next I'm going to be taking this Wet n Wild eyeliner pencil. What color is this even? What color are you? Sky blue. And I know I just like freaked people out. Like, what does peach and blue have to do? I don't know. I just wanted to do it. So we're going to line right underneath my lash line. And this is a new pencil, so it's probably not going to work on camera right now. I just want to get this down as a base. what I do usually with my under eyes is I put a pencil and then I go over it with shadow. But the pencil just kind of acts like the same way that the milk acted on my lids to kind of help the color show up, help the shadow stay. So I have that done. Now I'm going to take, what do I want to take? I'm going to take this little bitty like smudger brush from BH Cosmetics, and which one am I going to go in first? I'm going to go into this kind of seafoam green color in the Lorac palette and just pick that up. I'll have to say these Lorac shadows, I'm a little disappointed in. They're very powdery. This is going to be, actually I'm going to put this all over where the blue line is, and then I'm going to go over with a different color, but just to blend out that blue color a little. That is what it looks like. I'm going to tell you, it's going to look really strange until I get liner on my top lid and mascara on. It's going to look like I'm an alien. Next, I'm going to take the same brush, I think, and I'm going to go in with this color in the Sugar Pop palette, which is called Blue Raspberry. It's another kind of blue-green color, and I'm going to put this kind of on maybe the 1/3 of the lower lash line, maybe a little bit more going into like 1/2, but just to like darken up the outside of it. I think that'll be really pretty. And I love bright colors for spring. I just think that makes you happy. And although dark colors make me happy too, because I love, like, give me a dark lip. Oh my gosh, a dark eye and a dark lip. It's kind of heaven. But I like bright colors too. I can be like non-goth. That's fine. I decided that I'm going to take this Lorac color and put a little bit in my inner tear duct area. I'm honestly kind of terrified because I don't know how this is going to look, but sometimes you just get inspiration and you want to, and I feel like it'll also kind of blend in having peach on the top lid and blue-green on the bottom lid. So let's just see how this does. And like I said, see, it just fell down on my face. This Lorac palette shadows kind of aggravate me, honey. You kind of aggravate me. Like, the packaging is adorable. Like, pink, hot pink packaging, you can't go wrong. But, stop making my shadows fall out. I'm sitting here fussing about the shadows, but like, look at that. That is so cute. I'm so glad that I thought about doing that. So excited. And this is just another BH Cosmetic brush. I love these. Next, I'm going to be using this liner from L'Oreal. It is the Super Slim Infallible liner. It's kind of drying out, to be honest, so pretty soon I'm going to have to get a new liner. But anyway, just lining. And you definitely don't have to use black, or you definitely don't even have to use liner if you don't want to. I know a lot of people stop using so much liner when it is spring. I can't get away from my black liner. I'm not going to, I don't think anyway, do like a heavy line. I'm just going to kind of do like a little flickish kind of business at the end. Unless I completely mess up and then I have to do like a really dramatic wing, which would kind of mess up the look, to be honest. Like, I don't think this is a look that calls for a dramatic wing, just because it is like a light kind of color, sweet. You want to keep the liner kind of a little less dramatic. I'm also not going all the way in to my inner tear duct area because I really want that blue just to kind of be there hanging out. It's a little bit different look than what my liner normally is, but I kind of like it. And I do like, I just did a little flick. So it's a little bit of a wing, but it's not like a, you know, it's not like a normal Stephanie wing, like, oh, I'm gonna cut you, girl. Like, it's not that kind of sharp wing that I normally do. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Max Fanatic mascara. I am slightly in love with this mascara. If you haven't seen it, it looks like that. There's the mascara done. I did put a little bit off camera up underneath my lower lashes just to kind of give those a little bit more definition. I don't normally put a ton of mascara, or I don't normally put mascara on my bottom lashes, just every once in a while when I feel like it. Now we're going for the tricky part. I'm using NYX eyebrow gel, and I have the color Espresso. I don't know how much of this is going to be on camera. I'm honestly sorry about that. It is just really hard for me to do my brows, especially on camera. Put some on the brush. Definitely tell a big difference. No brows, you look like an alien. Brows, you have features, you know? I mean, that's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, peeps, like my eyebrows, like I'm like, ooh, yes, yes, gaga. And last but not least is lipstick, and I'm going to be using MAC Impassioned. Mine looks really bad because of Lily. You know, you can kind of see. Lovely. I had two of these because I had one in a backup. I don't know where my other one is, or I would be using that one. This is honestly one of my favorite spring colors. As you can see, and now it's leaning over. I'm going to have to freeze this sucker or put it in like a lip palette. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go and check out everyone else in the collab, and I'll talk to you guys later. Love you.